Welcome to the Tony Gaskin Show, best-selling author, celebrity life coach, and international speaker. The purpose of this show is to bring you motivation, inspiration, and education in the areas of life, love, and business. Thank you for joining me. Now let's get started. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Got a message today from a young man. And it says, "Hi, I'm 35, and after 10 years of marriage and 4 boys, 2 stepsons, and 2 of our own, my wife divorced me. I have many bad choices during the marriage. No infidelity, but I simply didn't carry my weight. She moved on, but I'm still very much in love with her. Is it really healthy for me to still be in love with her because it hurts seeing her with another man, but I don't want to force myself to fall out of love because nothing good will come from it. I want to know your thoughts." Thank you so much for writing in. I really appreciate it. Now, you said you made many bad mistakes, but you didn't say what, so I can only imagine. And I don't know, it's not easy for a woman to divorce a man. Like, women normally stick it out. They tough it out a lot longer than a man on average. And it was 10 years of marriage, and she had 2 sons with you, and you accepted her 2 sons, 2 stepsons, as your own. So it sounds like, you're somewhat of a decent man. And then you made some bad mistakes. You didn't carry your weight. And I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if you were on drugs or alcohol, or if you were refusing to work and didn't want to work and help pay bills. So I'm not sure what led to it. Her story would mean a whole lot in this. But you feel like you're still in love. And you know what? That's a good feeling to have, because there's a lesson in that feeling. And anybody who's going through this, especially if you feel like you were the one who was at fault, what you have to get from this is that you lost a good person. And you lost a good person because you took them for granted. You took them for granted when you had the chance to not make those bad choices. So now you have to sit in your mess. You have to sit in your mess. You have to evaluate that relationship every year of it. Write down every mistake that you made. Write down every bad choice that you made. And then write down the alternative action. Write down what you should have done instead, and really get that in your mind. Learn from every bad choice. Learn from every mistake, and get it in your mind. And you sit there. Sit in your mess. I was sharing this with my family not long ago, telling them we have to sit in our mess. If you misspend your money, you mishandle your money, don't come to me asking for more money. Sit in your mess. And I do the same thing when I misspend or I make a bad decision in business. I sit in my mess. You made bad decisions in your relationship. Your wife divorced you. She moved on. She loving another man. Sit in your mess. It's the best thing you can do. It's the best thing for you. And now, if you really change, if you do the work, if you evaluate the mistakes, you realize and you identify what you should have done instead, and you really do the work and you make the change, there may be a chance for you. There may be a chance to get her back. If she's moved on, it may not work. The statistics say that her chances of that second marriage working are very slim. The first marriage is a 50% divorce rate. She had 2 kids from somebody else. So 1 or 2 other people. So that didn't work. Now with you didn't work. So this next one might not work either. And you can't really hope for that or pray for that. But what you can do is be prepared for that. And you got to decide, do I really love this woman? If you really love her, then you should pursue her and show her that you've changed. Show her that you are a new man. Because I guarantee you, the new man gonna mess up. That's just what men do. Especially a man who has a woman who has 4 kids from at least 2 other men. This new man that comes in her life, he's going to take her for granted. He's going to kind of look down on her because he's like, she is bringing so much baggage to the table. She can't be asking for a whole lot because she's not in a position to ask for a whole lot. Now, the women in that situation don't want to hear that. They're mad by that. What you mean? I got to lower my standards? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, that's what this man is going to expect and going to feel. I don't think you should lower your standards at all. I think you should go in there as if you were still a virgin with the same mindset, and that's what you deserve. And guess what? There's a man, if you have that mindset, there's a man that will love you, but he's going to be 1 out of 10. It ain't going to be 9 out of 10 men that's going to love you like you're blemish free, like you're spot free, like you don't have 4 kids, from at least 2 other men, what could be from 3 other men. So 9 out of 10, they're going to assume that your standards have been lowered, that you're a little desperate to have a man love you in the situation that you're in, and he's going to try you. And so that's what your ex-wife is going to be going through. Now, in the good book, it basically says that if a man divorces a woman and this woman gets, remarried, she's in adultery. Now, that's all up to interpretation. Somebody left a comment to that effect recently. She divorced you, but you said you weren't unfaithful. But I don't just see unfaithfulness as infidelity, like sleeping with somebody. I see unfaithfulness as when you're unfaithful to the vows that you made. So if you don't keep them vows, in my mind, you're unfaithful, and now the vows are null and void, and it gives your partner the right and the reason to break that marriage because you've breached the contract. You've breached the agreement. You've shown and proved to be a liar, to be a deceiver, to be a manipulator, to be a user. And so she left on those grounds that you were unfaithful to your vows, even if you didn't cheat with another woman, which that's your words. I can't even, say that that's true. That's what you tell me, but I don't know. And so now she's gone, but her heart and her spirit may feel like she's in adultery. She may actually feel that way. She may feel like, I don't belong to this man, to this new guy. She may have hopes and dreams that you will get it together and you'll turn it around. So make changes in your life. Grow. And if you're unwilling to do that, let her go. Don't ever contact her other than about your sons. Don't contact her. Don't chase her. Don't bother her. If you're unwilling to grow, you're unwilling to learn, you're unwilling to change, let her go. Let her go and give her a chance to be happy. Just be a man about your situation at least and allow her to be happy. Don't be a thorn in her side. Don't try to sabotage her relationship. Don't try to mess up anything. Don't try to play on the minds of your kids to get to her if you know you're a grown boy and you're a no good man still at this point in your life. But if you become an amazing man, me personally, I'll pursue her as long as she's not married. If she's dating, it's fair game. If she's already married again, now she belongs to another man. I wouldn't advise stepping in there because now your life could be on the line. Because if you come messing with mine, I got to lay you down. And so you will meet your maker a little sooner. And when you're dealing with a man, wife, that's something you have to worry about. So if she's married, I wouldn't even worry about it. Even if you've made a transformation and you walking and talking like Jesus Christ himself, I wouldn't pursue it. But if she is single and you really, really love her, then put your action where your mouth is. Put your action where your mouth is and show her that you are a brand new man. And I believe 4 kids deep, she obviously can't be too young, got 4 kids, got at least probably be in the 30s, you 35. I believe she'll give you another shot. I see it every single day. And see, if you listen to my podcast, you'll listen to the other side. You'll get to hear from these women and the questions that they ask. These women out here putting up with a whole lot of mess. So if you bring yourself as a good man to the table, you got a real good shot. But you got to get it together, and you got to be real about it, and you got to make sure that you're not coming back out of ego, but you're coming back for love and out of your heart, not out of ego because you feel rejected. And now because your feelings are hurt, because your ego is hurt, you want her back. But you need to come back because you know you love her and that you are willing to change and to grow for her and be a better man for her, and not just for her, but for you. Then you come back and it maybe can work. Thank you so much for sending in that question. Remember, get the Real Love University on www.TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. You got to put them 3 W's in there. I need to fix it. If you just put TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, it won't work. www.TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. Get the Real Love University. Sit with it. Watch it 10 times over. Learn real love. If you have a question, please send it in to inbox@TonyGaskins.com. Inbox@TonyGaskins.com. Thank you so much.